Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Gran Turismo 7 to take a look at another new car. Now, we've taken a look at the two actually interesting cars from the most recent update, so now we're winding back to looking at a car that's not new to the game, but was new to the Gran Turismo series when it was added to the game at launch, which is this Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. It's available in Brand Central for 134,000 credits and comes in 10 colours, 5 of which are quite nice and bright, and the others are incredibly boring, which is why I've gone for the bright orange. So I've brought the Corvette to the Daytona International Speedway, of course named after the classic Ferrari. Now, by this point the car itself isn't all that new, and I have already of course driven it way back in Horizon 4 where it was part of the car pass, and in Horizon 5, but this is the first time I've driven it in a Gran Turismo game, and I have to say it doesn't handle quite as well, which probably, to be honest, is more realistic. It is a massively powerful car, producing 754 horsepower from a gigantic 6.2 litre V8 in true American fashion, but it also weighs a reasonable amount at 1,615 kilos, putting it at 653.18 performance points here in Gran Turismo from standard. This, of course, being the ultimate final version of the C7 generation of Corvette, means it's the last version to have the engine at the front, before the new C8 model of course came out with the mid-engine layout. This car also had way better aero than any previous Corvette, and therefore probably handles better than those two, but it still leaves quite a lot to be desired, with the back kicking out more than you might like it to in a slightly unpredictable manner, which maybe is kind of how a Corvette should be, but yeah, I think we need to head on over to GT Auto and to the upgrade shop to see what we can do with the Corvette to improve it. Rather disappointingly, although I think unsurprising given how new this car is, although it's 3 years old now, is one of the few cars in Gran Turismo that doesn't have a wide body option. So we're going to begin by looking at custom parts, and then move to paint colour and wheels in a minute, although I think the wheels I'll probably leave as they are. In terms of front aero, we can actually only take some off, which is slightly unusual. Rear aero, we can put a diffuser on, so I will do that. We're going to be trying to use this in the American Clubman 700 category. I've actually checked this time, so I don't build it to something that isn't going to work. And it's one of the few cars that actually, well, looks a bit odd wingless, so it's tempting to put a custom wing set on, but I rather like the one it's got from standard, so I don't think I'll do that. That, of course, makes it look slightly more racing car-ish. Not sure I want to do that though, and there's no roll cage options. So yeah, there's not really a lot. We could make the lights an even cooler colour, and well, it doesn't have a front plate at the moment, so I'm probably just going to leave that alone. That was quicker than usual. So I've quickly bought 3 Chevrolet colours that I think will potentially work on this car. So if we go on Real Car Paint and filter by Chevrolet, I found Atomic Orange Metallic Tint Coat. I thought that was Tri-Coat. So sort of a metallic-y version of what we've got at the moment. Although I think I prefer the bright orange, if I'm being honest. And we've used a colour like this on a lot of cars in Gran Turismo. We have a green, which I think looks rather cool on here. Although it does kind of hide some of the aero bits. And I've gone for this because it's got a sort of, well, it's blue, but it's got an almost purpley tinge to it, so I'm quite tempted to go with that. I think that's quite unusual, actually. Although, green... the green looks so good, I'm going to have to go green, I think. Perfect. I do need to change the caliper colour because the blue now doesn't work very well. Maybe if we put some carbon ceramics on, we can come back and do that in a minute. So I've only done a couple of things in the upgrade shop. The first thing I wanted was racing tyres, and I've put the medium ones on, and that already put it well over 700, so then I just went and put the carbon ceramics on, because I want to go and paint my brake calipers basically. So all I've done is tyres and brakes. It is now 728, so it's a little bit over, but it should still be allowed in, and I'll just make the race that much easier. So I ended up going for gold on the calipers because I was very tempted by gold wheels against the green, but decided it was a bit too much, so yeah, went for gold on the calipers. The blue did actually look quite good because all the badging is of course in blue. But anyway, we're now ready to do one of these American Clubman Cup 700 races. There's one at Laguna Seca, which I've already done. There's one at Special Stage Route X, which I've already done. I haven't done the one at Trial Mountain. I don't think there was one at Willow Springs. No, and there was one at Watkins Glen, which I haven't done. And one here, I believe. Okay, so we've done the Daytona one, so Watkins Glen, or... what was the other one I hadn't done? Trial Mountain, okay. Watkins Glen I'm not all that familiar with, so that's probably not a good idea. Daytona's already done, so let's do the one at Trial Mountain, the classic Gran Turismo circuit. Alright, it looks like we have Vipers, Mustangs, GT40s, all sorts, so it's quite a varied field here. And of course, being Gran Turismo, we always start at the back. Goodbye, old Corvette. I'm hoping we're going to feel... yeah. There's so much more grip just from doing the tyres. Of course. Just got to be a little bit careful on the power, especially as the track surface does look a little bit greasy here. But yeah, overpowered for the event we're doing against Gran Turismo's AI that aren't exactly known for being difficult. Oh, sorry. This should be a bit of a breeze for the Corvette, but I probably shouldn't say that, because now if I lose, it'll make me look very bad. Although if I lose, I am very bad, so that's fair. This AI are afraid of going in the yellow lines, so... well, we're taking second place as we go on to lap 2, and it's a 5-lap race. So I don't think we've got much to worry about. Goodbye, other Corvette, which I think is also a very nice green colour. Yes, I approve of that. But yeah, this handles so much better than before. It is always amazing how much difference tyres make. I mean, I know it makes sense. They're the bit that's touching the road, they are quite important, but yeah, if you have a car that doesn't handle brilliantly in Gran Turismo, stick some tyres on it and it'll be slightly better. But no, it's controllable. Like, it's fun now, it's not just crashing. Right, and a few not very interesting laps later, having seen no other cars, we are about to finish up. We're actually not that far off lapping somebody, which isn't great for them on a 5-lap race, but there we go. I did really enjoy driving this car, was just getting faster and faster laps as we went through there. Right, as that went so well, and I don't play enough of this game or earn enough money on this game, I think we should just go and do the other one anyway. Just so that I've done all of the American Clubman Cup 700 events. Not sure if that gets you anything, but would be good to do. I did also win a rather good roulette ticket off that last race, so we'll have to go and spin that afterwards. And here we go, the of course, American Ford Focus. Always forget how much you can extend that. Or You shouldn't, but... Stuck behind a Mustang. Get out of the way! Goodbye. And what happens? There's a chicane here, isn't there? Again, I really don't know Watkins Glen that well. I think it was always in Forza Motorsport games of old, but I was always a Gran Turismo person, and it was never in their old games. Past the Viper. Around the outside of the old Corvette, come on. There we go. Goodbye, other Corvettes. Oh no. Somehow got away with that. Now the question is, where are the other two? Okay, it didn't take that long to actually find them. I really like sitting on the inside of the corners, which is fine. And up into the lead on lap 2. This is what happens when you bring a car that's a bit too fast to a race in a game that has relatively easy AI in the first place. And again, not much happened in the rest of that race, and we brought home the win, which is all good. Really enjoying driving that car though, even if I wasn't racing anyone for a while. So then, that leaves us with a 6-star roulette ticket to spin, although it says it's specifically for an engine, which I've seen a couple of times. They're doing these more specific ones now, rather than just random credits, which is probably what I'd prefer, to be honest, but engine swaps are quite rare, I think, in this game, so it's good to get one when we can. It's an RX-7 rotary engine. Okay, that might be quite fun to put in something, actually. I haven't actually done any engine swaps in Gran Turismo before, so could be a fun one to try at some stage. And with that, I probably am going to end today's video here. Yeah, the Corvette was fun to drive stock, but a little bit sort of oversteery on the rear, as you might expect from a 700 horsepower muscle car, effectively. But with some grippier tyres, it did make it quite a lot nicer to drive, although probably too fast to actually really compete in anything at that point, being well over 700 performance points. It was even a bit too high for the races we did here, but at least we got a couple more ticked off. But yeah, with those, it was a very fun car to drive, and I did really enjoy those races, despite winning by such a large margin. But anyway, that is going to do it for a first look at the Corvette ZR1 here on Gran Turismo 7, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.